Motorcycles are therapeutic in nature, whereas adventure, it means fun. And with this analogy, I know that adventure motorcycles, of course, are fun and therapeutic both at the same time. And in a quest to find out if Suzuki's smallest adventure touring motorcycle, I mean the V-Strom SX 250, is fun or not, well, we are here test riding this motorcycle and I'll be telling you if you should consider buying this one or not. A good-looking motorcycle makes it easy to fall in love with it. The V-Strom, I guess it looks beautiful. It has that true blue ADV stance to it. Talking of elements that are making me fall in love with it, well, these fairings with these extended tank shrouds and that beak on the front and this tall windscreen. All of these gives it a very ADV-like stance. And adding to it is the 19-inch front wheel as well. And as we move towards the rear, you can see that the seat, it comes with a split functionality and these are very comfortable for both rider and pillion. The tank, it is slightly narrow but it manages to accommodate riders of all sizes. And over to the rear, you get this fixed top mount bracket which comes as standard from the factory. The rear design, it is minimalistic and has that jigsaw element in the tail light as well. And you get a dual port exhaust muffler which adds to its beefier appeal. On the whole, the V-Strom SX 250 is a good looking motorcycle and Suzuki is also ensuring that it looks flashy. It manages to catch eyeball of the crowd. How? With the help of color options. This orange color and the yellow which is available on the V-Strom SX 250 add some vibrancy to the overall design of this motorcycle. And as I talk of features, it gets an all-digital instrument console which comes with functionalities like Bluetooth connectivity, and you're also getting a USB charging port on this motorcycle. There are no riding modes as such, but how good is it to ride? Let's talk about that. On paper, this looks much like the Gixxer 250. After all, it's built on that very same platform. But Suzuki has very intelligently tweaked this motorcycle so that it turns out to be more of an adventure tourer than a street naked. On the front, you get a 19-inch rim. On the rear, you get a 17-inch. And they're shod with MRF Mo Grip tire, and the dual sport tire certainly offers it the much grip that is needed on loose surface. But it's not an out-and-out off-roader. What it exactly is, a very capable touring machine that can take on bad patches off-road and treacherous terrains. How? Well, the single cylinder puts out almost 26 horses and 22 Newton meters, and the motor is very tractable. It comes with a 6-speed gearbox, and that is tweaked in a fashion that you have enough low and mid-range grunt all the time when you need it. Talking of cruising speeds, it can do triple-digit cruisings all day long without breaking a sweat. So chasing that horizon, it's not gonna be a very tough job. And that's where the suspension comes into play. The telescopic front and a monoshock at the rear, it manages to iron out all the major undulations, expansion joints, and even bad patches off-road with quite some ease. Ironing out big speed breakers is not a tough deal for this motorcycle. The seat is comfortable and the ergonomics, they are spot on. So much so that you would love to wander around town with this motorcycle with a smile. And that being said, it is very nimble and capable. Although the 19-inch front wheel manages to give it a big bike-like feel because the steering has become slightly heavier when you compare it to the Gixxer 250. As for brakes, you have to pull in quite some lever to ensure that it comes to a stop. Nevertheless, the brakes, they are progressive. And all in all, it's a very capable machine that you would love to ride. But there's a catch here. What? It takes a time to grow on you. 3-4 days when you're into riding this motorcycle, that's when you realize the immense potential that it packs in. So when you're swinging your leg over onto a V-Strom SX 250, do not expect it to blow your mind right away. It takes some time. It is a Suzuki after all, but a great motorcycle at that. But should you consider buying one or not? Well, let me brief you about that as well. At an ex-showroom price of Rs 2.14 lakhs, I have to say that Suzuki has very competitively priced the V-Strom SX 250, and with this price tag, it manages to rival the KTM Adventure 250 and the Royal Enfield Himalayan. But this one turns out to be a more accommodating, acceptable and forgiving motorcycle in comparison to its rival. The KTM Adventure, it's slightly tall and is quite a bulky motorcycle for that matter. The Himalayan, it has its own set of pros and cons. Now talking of the Suzuki V-Strom, well, it looks good, the fit and finish is impeccable, and this motor is a gem of an engine. It is really good at low end and mid range. Triple digit cruising, again as I told you, no hassles at all. And that being said, the ergonomics, they are phenomenal too. Although the seat height is on the slightly higher side, but everyone can manage to ride and flick this motorcycle in traffic and around serpentine roads. In short, I am quite impressed with the Suzuki V-Strom SX 250. Therapy and fun, it can manage to do both of them at once. And that was all from my side. I'm your host Mohit Bardwaj. We'll now take a leave on a very happy note with the V-Strom SX 250. Take care.